Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It is Thursday, February 6, 2025, and my name's Jennifer Cotton. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas, and that means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So good morning and welcome. Thank you for being here, whether it's your first time or you are coming back. I'm going to check my comments over here to see if I'm all good. Lots of technical problems this morning, but I think you can hear me and see me now. Julie, first one here over on YouTube. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Pam, good morning to all you happy stampers out there. Yes, Pam, also on YouTube. And Hilda, good morning on YouTube. Julie, thanks for sharing. Sue says good morning from icy West Virginia. Missed you. Hope it was a fantastic cruise. It was. I'm going to turn my heater back on. We had tons of fun. We had tons of awesome people there, new and returning. And yeah, I just think it was amazing. So good morning. Thank you, everyone. I'm trying to see if I'm delayed. Anyway, whatever. Ramona, good morning. Thank you. Yes, I am having technical difficulties that I can tell. Julie. Terry, good morning. And Granbury. Stella, good morning. Oma, good morning. Cindy, good morning. Robin, good morning. Sunshine. Lori, good morning. And Corsicana. Ooh. Cindy, thanks for sharing. Good morning. Lori in Minnesota liked and shared. Thank you. Stamping Zoo. Good morning. Thank you. The cruise was awesome. Landa, good morning. V, good morning in Southern California. All right. So, good morning, everybody. It is 64 degrees in Midlothian, Texas, going into the 80s today. But I know there is ice and I think ice, but maybe ice and snow in other states. So hope you're having the weather you want right now. My name's Jennifer Cotton. I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 23 years now. And for me, that means I do teach people how to make cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more. And I do this as a full-time business. But I started out hoping to make a couple of extra bucks. And that and the fact that I loved making my own cards is why I joined Stampin' Up! And 23 years later, I'm still here. Okay, so let me remind you guys, Linda in Mansfield, good morning. Let me add my thing. I keep getting confused because this got changed, but a while back. I just can't get used to the new thing. Okay, I will add timestamps to this video later today over in YouTube that will allow you to click and jump to specific parts of the video like card 1, card 2, card 3, specials, events, etc. So that will be added later today on February 6th. And then tomorrow, February 7th, I'll add a link right here in the corner that will take you straight to my blog, stamptherapist.com. And that's where you can find out all about me, my events, my specials, Stampin' Up! Specials, links to catalogs, my email, what's coming up. If you need to know something, go to just type in stamptherapist.com in your browser and go there and you can find out what's going on. So I will add all that stuff tomorrow. Let me get back to the comments here. I think I heard Brittany. And Margaret, good morning to you. Margaret in North Carolina, good morning to you. Okay, so what else? Oh, today I will be using the Mixed Florals bundle and Mixed Labels bundle. And this is from a whole suite of products in our online store, and a couple of the items are low inventory. So if you like them and want them, I would grab them now. The Mixed Florals dies are low inventory, and the Plaster Painting Embossing folder are low inventory. I'm using both of those today, and they are in this suite, which is an amazing, gorgeous suite, which you'll see when I start doing the projects later. So FYI on that. As you come on, please feel free to say hi. That does help me If you comment, if you click like, I will click like over here on my iPad so you can see it maybe. You can click the heart, the care, the laughing, the sad face, the mad face, whatever you want on Facebook. And on YouTube, you can give a thumbs up next to the live chat. You can, again, comment on both. You can follow and subscribe and turn on notifications, and all that stuff does help me. So thank you very much for helping my small business. Okay, so as a business, I do offer tons of events that anyone can take advantage of in the United States. So let me put this graphic up here. Yes, Lori, I do also love this bundle and DSP. Yes, it's gorgeous. Okay, my upcoming events are going to include a PDF tutorial for all events. If you pay for the event, you get the PDF. But you can purchase PDF tutorial only all over the world per Stampin' Up policy. Now, of course, my team gets those for free. And then anyone in the US can take the class packets. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible unless otherwise stated. You may need to own the featured bundle dies. Otherwise, we'll cut and emboss for you. You will cut your own designer paper or kit components if they are included with the fee. And again, you can get tutorials for every event I offer. So if you're a demonstrator or you live outside of the US or whatever your reason is, you want to purchase the tutorials only, you can do that in the event registration link. So make sure you do that. Also, make sure you are signed up for my email newsletter so that you can get notified of when I have events and what specials are and my ordering specials and all the stuff, including today. An email will go out at 1 p.m. Central. My nose is itchy. I almost scratched it where it looked like I was going to pick it, but it's itchy right there. 1 p.m. Central, I will send out an email that will recap this video, but at the bottom, I always put the links to all of the events I talk about today if the links are set up. Okay, events. So every month I have 4 events, 4 classes on one day in person, and you can take them to go as well. Card class, scrapbook class, Stamp-A-Stack class, and sampler class. You can take all 4 of those. And sorry, I was looking at the stats. It's way more people watching on YouTube than Facebook, which is pretty cool because it took me a while to get over on the YouTube thing. Anyway, please feel free to share this video as well so your friends can watch and learn. 4 classes every month, same time, same day, in person, or offered to go. And I just named them. This month they are on February 15th in DeSoto, Texas, or mailed on February 17th if you take them to go. And first up is card class. You're going to make 4 cards for $20 free with a $20 order. We will be using the Beautiful Butterflies bundle and the Pick a Season stamp set. That's a cute, super adorable celebration stamp set. Where's my book? The butterfly, Beautiful Butterflies. I've used events, and we're going to make some different new cards on this one. And of course, you're going to love that bundle. But Pick a Season, I haven't used in a class. Well, that's sort of not true, but anyway, I haven't used it in a official customer class yet, and it's this bundle or this stamp set right here. It's super cute. So sign up for that class right now. You need to sign up by February 13th or while supplies last. We just cut a select number for those kits, and then that's it. That's sold out after that. Okay, and again, you can come in person or to go. My next 3 are all subscription events or classes. You can join the subscription club, and you can cancel anytime. They all include over $20 in merchandise. They're all very cheaply priced. Honestly, they're reasonably priced. And by the way, on all 4 of these, you can combine shipping. So if you take 1 or 4 classes, you pay the same shipping. Okay, so first up is, and all 3 of these next ones, you cut your own designer paper because you're going to get some with your fee. Okay, first up is Scrapbook, Club, or Class. It is $30 for my club members. So this is an introductory price. This is it's very discounted. But for this whole year, I'm doing the introductory price because this is brand new. $30 for club members or $32 if you're not a club member and you want to just sign up for the one-time class. Links in the video, in the email today. Okay, these are the pages we made last month. You make a 2-page layout, you get over $20 in merchandise, and you get PDF tutorial, and you make the pages. And we cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible. Like on this one, they got, I believe, a half a pack of this designer paper, a sheet of stickers we stamped. We die cut some stuff for them, and of course the PDF tutorial. And then the next, so that's that one. I also offer another scrapbook club, which is the, and I forgot to say the most important thing about clubs, by the way. You get a free gift after 6 consecutive months. I'm writing this down. Free gift after 6 consecutive months on all 3 clubs. If you're in 3 clubs, you get 3 gifts. If you're in 2, you get 2. And if you're in 1, you get 1. Brittany just jumped up here, if y'all can see her tail there. Hello. Okay, what's next? I have another scrapbook club that I am doing now as well with the Stampin' Up scrapbook workshop kits. This club is $52 for club members, $54 for non. It is going to include a Stampin' Up scrapbook workshop kit, which is a kit to make 6 12 by 12 pages. And, ooh, she looks big. 6 12 by 12 pages. And sometimes, depending on the cost of the kit, you will get additional bonus items. Last month, they got some flip-flaps and page protectors, I believe. But you might get bonus products in with your kit. And then you'll just make the kit according to Stampin' Up's instructions. So, everybody say hi, Brittany. Yes. Oh, I feel like she's going to bug me a lot today. We shall see. Okay, so those are the 2 options for a scrapbook club, and you can join the club or take the one-time class for either one. Okay, then wall art or sampler class. So 12 by 12 pieces, you can frame them. You can decorate your home, your craft room. They can be seasonal, so you might decorate for Valentine's, for example, or Christmas or whatever the holiday. And they make great gifts. They are 12 by 12, and you can put it in a 12 by 12 shadow box. So here, where did I put it? Gosh, I went to the trouble to get it. Where did I put it? Oh, right here. Sorry. They didn't quite make it to this area. Okay, here's the one from last month. We did a Valentine sampler. Super gorgeous, in my opinion. And here's the one from the previous month, a winter sampler. Also super gorgeous. And this month, we're going to do an adorable one with the Meant to Be products. These are the products we used on these 2 scrapbook pages. They're pink and purple. They're bees. They're adorable. And it's not Valentine themed. It's just bee themed and cuteness themed. So it could be great for so many different things. Craft room, of course. Children, babies, etc. Or just for fun, or if you love bees. Okay, so that's the wall art class for this month. It is, both of these next 2 are $35 for club members, $37 for non. You can join the club right now on all 3 of these, and you can cancel anytime. But if you stay 6 consecutive months, you get the free gift from me. Plus, we do periodic or occasional other gifts. So this is the gift we gave last month. It is a calendar. It has a hanging piece here with a, what's the word? A ribbon. So you can hang it up or stick it on your fridge or whatever. It's the 2025 calendar, and let's tear it off. We're already on February. And it uses some celebration designer paper. So that was the gift last month. That's not guaranteed, but everybody got one that was a club member. So we do those occasional gifts as well. That's in addition to the free gift after 6 consecutive months. Okay, last but not least on these clubs is Stamp a Stack Club. This is my last subscription club. It is cards. You make 8 card designs, 2 of each, 4 designs. Okay, I said it wrong. 4 designs, 2 of each, 8 cards total. These are the ones from last month. I just realized one of these is a photocopy. This one, I don't know if you can tell, but that's a photocopy. long story there. But anyway, here are the cards from last month. This is the beautiful butterflies that we used. And this month we're using a gorgeous set called Memorable Blooms. Memorable Blooms. It's actually the same set I'm using for the team meeting this month, but different projects. So those are the cards they made last month. Bring these back. And come here. And then we will do Memorable Blooms this month. So join the club. Do all of this, join these clubs, or register for these classes by this Sunday, February 9th. This Sunday, you just have a couple of days, 3 days to register for any of those 3 that I just mentioned. Okay, next up. Oh, let me give a quick graphic about my clubs. $20 in merchandise. It's 20 plus because that's before tax and shipping. PDF tutorial, gift after 6 consecutive months, occasional monthly gifts. You can also build your stamp collection by adding on the bundles at a discount. And of course, you can cancel anytime. Okay, next up, there's info about my scrapbooking clubs, which I already went over. Next up is the utterly amazing Stamp Camp with Alejandra Gomez and I. So you're going to make 8 projects in this camp. There is a sneak peek of all 8. 7 are cards and 1 is a 12 by 12 sampler. Super cute, adorable, fun sampler. I'm reading my details. Okay, for this one, you need to sign up by February 18th. That is your deadline. They will be mailed on February 24th and PDF tutorials ready by February 24th. You can get PDF tutorials only. My team gets those for free, of course. I'm reading, sorry. 7 cards, 1 wall art. Oh, and a generous goodie bag. A lot of product comes with this class. And you will need the bundle. You can add that on when you register if you choose. All right. You have a cat wrapped around your neck, Xana. I have a cat acting like a baby right now. Baby with her little arm. Oh, no. She tried to get on the table again. Okay, so that's the utterly amazing class that I've been talking about for almost 2 months now. But Alejandra and I finally got it together, designed it, and you're going to love it. Oh, I actually have my samples here. I forgot. I don't have hers yet, but she'll be mailing me hers, and I will mail her mine. But I made the sampler. So I'm going to give you all the quick sneak peek ever. Yeah, there it is. It's super cute. And my 3 cards, these are like not real sneak peeks. They're quick ones. But I get the seal of approval from Alejandra on my project. So there you go. Okay, so that's coming up. Register now. Link in the email, 1 p.m. Central. And then also but the deadline to sign up is Sunday. You have to sign up for bingo by Sunday. We're going to use this gorgeous translucent florals bundle. I'm going to design this by Sunday, knock on wood. And using this, there are dies that go with this. But I'm going to determine my designer paper when I design. I have a couple of options in mind that I want to see which looks better with this stamp set. You're going to make 4 cards. What is stamping bingo, you might ask? You'll make at least 4 projects, usually cards. This time they will be cards. You'll make at least 4. You will also get a bingo card, and you'll get to play games for door prizes, which will be product credits from Stampin' Up. I also do door prizes, other door prizes that randomly get mailed with your packet. So if you win one, you get one. If not, you don't. And the best part is it's on Zoom with me. So you get to actually talk and speak and interact with me and each other, fellow stampers. And that part is a lot of fun. So we do bingo first, we play our games, do our door prizes, get those out of the way. Then we stamp together and I create the 4 projects there with you. And that's when we can talk and ask questions and get to know each other better. So sign up for that by Sunday. I sent an email out last night. I sent an email out yesterday morning for the orders. And the links for both of these will also be in the 1 o'clock email today at the bottom. Okay, so sign up for that. Sign up. Oh my goodness, pretty. She just jumped back up too. Of course, April McCrite, my cruise and retreat partner. We just got back from our crafting cruise Sunday, and it was amazing. And I will show my gifts and stuff from that next week, because people ordered it to go and their packet is getting mailed Friday. So You may have seen some spoilers on Facebook already, but in case you didn't and you want to be surprised, I'm going to wait and show those next week on my video. But I have a whole box over there of gifts and things we received from us and from guests on the cruise. But you definitely should sign up for retreats and cruises with April McCright and I, because we're awesome and we are a lot of fun. And so the next retreat is coming up. Now it's getting serious. It's time to sign up for the March retreat. We will be in Temple, Texas at Rockin' R Retreats, March 27th through 30th, 2025. You're going to have a $50 plus goodie bag of merchandise. You're going to get gifts from us. You will get 10 or more make and takes. You'll get a bed to sleep in if you attend in person, 8.5-foot table, very excellent lighting, meals. You can add on a massage if you choose, and you can add on some classes that we will be offering. What we will be using and all that will come out soon-ish, and links to sign up for that to go will come out soon-ish. We really should get those out this month, hopefully. I'm going to write myself a note. And then if you can't make that one, you can do August 7 through 10. Or you can do both, which is the best option. Do both. So again, links in the 1 o'clock email. There's the information about the retreats. And then we just had our crafting cruise. Here's pictures from 2 years ago, or year before last. This year before this one, however you want to say it. You're going to get gifts on the cruise, t-shirt, meet lots of friends, swaps, food. I just noticed something. Anyway, unrelated. A bag, lots of cool people, crop table, class table separate. We did take pictures. I have pictures of our tables and stuff from this year. I just haven't had time to do any editing. And anyway, so you can join us for that crafting cruise as well. We would love to have you there. It is January 25th, 2026, Harmony of the Seas out of Galveston, Texas. And I believe 4 people re-signed up on the ship, because you get a better deal on your, and now I have cat hair on my nose, cabin, and sometimes some perks from the cruise line if you sign up for the next cruise while you're on the current cruise. So 4 people did that, plus me and April and Landa, of course. But anyway, just contact our travel agent. Use the link in the email that will take you to the link to them, and find out what the prices are for the cabin that you want. If you sign up now, you have longer to pay it off, and you can pay in any increment you want. So there we go. Crafting cruise, Roatan, Honduras, Costa Maya, Mexico, and Cozumel, Mexico. Okay, that's it for events. Let's move on. Martha said, best time ever. We had so much fun with Martha. Don't forget, Martha, what happens on the cruise stays on the cruise. Don't forget. We had lots of jokes. Lots of jokes. How many signed up so far? I don't know, Julie. For cruise, I don't know. I don't know if Cruise and Crop has given us the document yet. We get a Google Doc that we can refresh. I don't think they've given it to us for this year. So I'm not sure. But at least 4 plus me and Landa and April. Yes, Anna, it's time. It's time to get it going on it. Yes, look forward to booking next cruise. Never been on one. Mary Jo, you got to get on that cruise. Oh, cruises are so fun. Sandy and Wendy, Marshfield, Wisconsin. I can't speak with these braces. Good morning. Kelly Harris, good morning. Sue says, oh my goodness, Brittany. Nancy, good morning. Julie is saying hi to you, Brittany. Xana, good morning. Mary Jo, good morning. Martha, good morning. Lori, love seeing you, girl. Darlene, good morning. Liked and shared. Thank you. Rosemary, shared. Thank you. Angelique, good morning. Darlene's in Miami. Woo! I'm watching a show that takes place in Miami right now. An old show that I'm watching now for the first time. Pat, good morning. Good to see you, Pat. Carmen, good morning. YouTube wins over Facebook. Let me see. Yes, still correct. YouTube is winning, but now it's more even. 20 minus 48. 19 minus 48. That's how Many are on YouTube right now. Rosemary, snowy and icy Long Island. Charlotte, good morning. Jeanette in Stewart, Virginia. Bonnie, thumbs up and share. Thank you, Bonnie. Okay, maybe I caught up. If I missed you, it's my fault. Blame me. Yes, Anna. Okay, how long are you going to want to be held? Look at her, y'all. I'm just going to try to hold her till I get on her nerves so she won't want to be held. Okay, specials. Let's talk about specials. Celebration. Oh, first of all, my celebration. That's what that pink thing was. This is a free event for my customers. So I do this every year during celebration, which is January and February. Celebration is Stampin' Up's biggest sale of the year. If you do one of these three things, you will get to attend this free Zoom event. And even if you cannot attend the Zoom, that's okay, because you can still get the gifts, which will be a class and a little gift from me. So how you earn this is during celebration, placing, it says an order. I don't know why I worded it that way. Orders that total $180 or more. I think that's going to be in my email, but just know it's that total. Let me see if I can fix it. All right, edit, email, total. So during that time period, I will add them all together. 180 or more, which 180 gets you 3 free items if you do 60 at a time. Number 2, host a qualified party. Bring your friends together and have some crafting fun with me. And if they order 150 or more, you will earn free rewards from Stampin' Up. And this event from me, at $300 party, you get even more, like $66 in free merchandise from Stampin' Up. It's amazing. And you can host that party online. We can do it on Zoom or Facebook, but Zoom is preferred. Okay, number 3, join my team. Become part of my Stampin' Up family and my Stampin' Up story, which is people who come together and have a shared hobby at any level they want, and make tons of friends and enjoy a world of creativity. We have challenges, discount. Of course, you get your discounts and you'll get the free celebration. Okay, I think I might have another, just another graphic about it, a little bigger font. Place orders, host a party, join my team, and you'll get this free event, which will be in March or April. Honestly, I haven't scheduled it yet, but it doesn't matter when, because even if you cannot attend, you get the free event. Okay, now celebration is ending very shortly, February 28th. February 28th, which is 3 weeks and 1 day from today, is your last chance to get a free gift with each $60 or $120 spent, no limit. Last chance to do that $300 party or order and get $66 in free merchandise instead of $36. By the way, did you know? Let me see here. Brittany, did you know? If you're a demonstrator and you place an order of $300 for yourself or a class, you get the extra host benefits. That's right. They don't restrict that. So every time I place a $300 order, I get $66 in free merchandise instead of $36, which is the usual. So demos qualify for that as well. So if you've been thinking about getting these perks and joining, there's no downside. And you don't have to even place orders. Okay, and then join my team and get the free items. Okay, let's see what's next. All right, more to celebrate. Stampin' Up! Released some actual amazing items that are free with purchase during celebration through February 28th. Now, if they run out of any of these products, you won't be able to get it free anymore. Usually, whatever they pick, though, they have excess inventory. But this year, these items, y'all, are amazing. Usually, they're not this amazing. So we have several stamp sets here. I'm going to have to put Brittany down. She's switching her tail like she's about to get mad at me. So these are in addition. You can still get the other items. Okay, you ready to get down? Tell good people if you're ready. Are you ready? She hears the dog. You're here? What's he doing? She's like, let me go check this out. Why is the dog running around? Okay. I'm going to point the camera down for a minute so we can the camera, it's a mess down there, but I just want to hold this up to this camera. Okay, so the planted, okay, you're not going to focus. Cool. I guess we might have to point it back up. Planted Paradise. Yep, let's point it back up. Oh. Let me see which camera looks better. This one's harder for me to see. Planted Paradise photopolymer stamp set. That's an awesome one. Even better. Beautiful butterflies. This is a brand new one that just came out in the catalog this year. It's gorgeous. I've used it a bunch of times. That one in the mini catalog, beautiful butterflies. This is the one we're doing actually for my card class this month. It's free with a $60 purchase. All of these, everything on these pages, 60. Okay, blurry. I freaked the camera out. Free with a $60 purchase. Okay, next up. Natural Botanicals, again, from the mini catalog, free with 60. April used this on our retreat classes, on our cruise classes, and made some gorgeous, gorgeous things with it. Can you believe this very expensive alphabet dies free with a $60 purchase? Alphabet a la mode. Free with a $60 purchase. The awesome, awesome Trusty Tools dies. If you don't have those, they are amazing. They're great for anyone who loves tools, which I know is men and women. But if you need those Father's Day items, and that applies, there you go. These Bee Builder Punch, amazing, matches, coordinates with the new bee stuff that just came out. The Celebration Happy Labels Pick-a-Punch, the gorgeous Happy Houseplants Kit, the super fun Hooray for Honeycomb Kit, the quilted Night of Navy Gold Gorgeous Ribbon, and last but not least, the Celebration Brushed Brass Butterflies. They are celebration today. So free with a $60 purchase. Any of them. No limit. If you want 2 beautiful butterfly stamp set, go ahead and pick 2 with your order. It's fine. So these are amazing, amazing. Yes, the cat was getting crabby, but yet also she's the one bothering me to be held. So, okay, then you can still pick all of these items. Like you can still pick all of these. Let me put the camera down for this because I'm not going to get as close. Free with 60 while supplies last. Also, documenting the day. Wonderful for scrapbooking. Rainbow Celebrations Kit. I actually have one of those cards right here when I show you the swaps from the cruise. This is just one of the cards that it makes. Super cute. You can get that kit. Makes a great gift. The fruit salad designer paper, 6x6, 48 sheets. Friendly Seagull stamp set, free. Starstruck embossing folder, free. Day to Celebrate stamp set, free. Toadstool Gardens 6x6 designer paper, free. Fresh Freeze Justine binding, free. Pick a Season stamp set, free. Dance with Me stamp set, free. Purple adhesive back sequins, free. Bloom Impressions designer paper, 12x12, free. You get the point. Now these are free with $120 purchase. Heart-shaped bundle dies and stamp set, and the very large Corner in Bloom stamp set. So it ends February 28th, only 3 weeks, which is not enough time. Not enough time, but do what you can. And then also ending is Zan is going for the alphabet. Yes. Yes. G-Ann, good morning. Thanks for sharing. In bed with Fifi. I thought you said the flu. With Fifi this morning. Very cold here in Oregon. Yes. Zana says her cat never wants to be put down. Okay, so where was I? I'm going to check my graphics here. I think this one is just summing up. Oh, that's the starter kit. Okay, back down here. Okay, so there is the special for if you host the extra $30 in merchandise. It's on the last page there. But of course, the starter kit special. if you want to be part of an amazing team with me, in addition to the team of Stampin' Up, so to say, where you get my notes out of there, where you get a discount, get to be with like-minded crafters virtually and in person, depending, and on and on and on. You can do it really for a really great deal right now. So let me put this graphic on the screen. For $99 plus tax, free shipping, you get $125 of your choice. You'd pay me about $150 for that with my tax rate. You get a past paper pumpkin kit. That's about $27 value that you would pay for it. And then you can get one of these two free items, either 2 sets of Stampin' Write markers plus the free Handmade Designs exclusive stamp set. That's a $91 value. Well, about $109 with tax that you would pay me. Or B, just choose $30 more in merchandise. So $155 in total merchandise of your choice. And the value of these with tax and shipping is A is $286, B is $213. That's based on my tax rate. What do you pay? Letter C. $99 plus tax, about $107 based where I live. No obligation to buy or sell, 20% minimum discount, team perks, and Stampin' Up perks. So many benefits of getting the starter kit, period, on a normal day, much less with all these specials. And this stamp set, Handmade Designs, is exclusive. The glare is horrible on there, but it's super cute, and that's exclusive. That's the only way to get that one. All right. It all ends February 28th, so don't miss out. Whatever it is you want to take advantage of. And then earn my free celebration event along with it. I'm going to check my graphics. Okay. Let me check my notes now. Cat hair. Okay, the last thing on my list is my ordering special. So those are the cards I'm going to make today on the video. My online order special for this month, February 2025. You can earn a free class when you place an order with me. So if you place an order of $25 or more with this host code AHYTH, is that the right one? Nope, that's the wrong graphic. Here it is. Oh, good. I just did delete that old one. Ignore that other thing that's over. I'll be mailing y'all's kits on Friday. Okay, if you place an online order with me with this host code, $25 or more, ENU6K3Z7, you're going to get a free class mailed to you in March that you can make using the mixed florals and mixed labels bundles. $50 or more also gets you the free full pack of low profile dots. And if you go over $150, even better, don't use the host code. You'll get all the gifts from me plus at least $15 in merchandise from Stampin' Up. Do that by the 15th to get the free low profile dots, and then I'll offer something different on the 16th. So same kit, only one per person, but another free accessory. Okay. So I'm about to, I know Xana wants to be an honorary team member. You can be honorary in name only. Sorry. Oh, good morning. Stamp with Mary Ann Hogendobler. Yes, love it. Okay, I'm going to point the camera down. Y'all saw already. It's a little bit of a mess, but I've got a couple of show and tells, and then we'll get started on our projects. So, and due to the technical difficulties, I couldn't arrange my camera properly before I went live, because if you remember last week when I lost, or 2 weeks ago when I lost access to my face camera, that happened again today, right when I hooked up this camera. So I don't know what the deal is, but then it delayed me because I had to go back in and re-hook up that face camera and all the stuff. And by then I was already late starting my video. So I didn't arrange this. So long story short, which lesson, I need to do all that more than 2 minutes before time to go live. Okay. This is my online exclusives flyer for the most recent release to customers. Now, I forgot to say this. I meant to say a bunch of Online Exclusives just released to demonstrators Tuesday, and I ordered a bunch, and I'm not going to do a whole tour due to time, but if I remember, I will show you what I got quickly at the end of this video. But I only got a small portion, and it's amazing. There's incredible stuff in there, and you can add any of those items to your starter kit if you join my team in February, or right now through the end of February. In March, obviously you can add them because they'll be available to customers, but you can get them early before any potential back orders, hopefully. Okay, so that's first of all. Second of all, I'm gonna do this next. These are the swaps from our crafting cruise. So the swap is optional. We had 19 crafters. One couldn't make it after all. So we had 19 crafters on our cruise, plus April and I. And then out of those, I believe 10 swapped, including April and I. Okay, so here are the swaps, and I do not know if I know who made them all because we'll see if names are on the back. But I just know that Landa made this one. And it's awesome with that beautiful butterflies. Get that stamp set free right now with a $60 purchase. April made this one using the celebration kit. I forgot the name already, but the rainbow one. Let's see if we have a name on this one. Oh my gosh. Super cute bee on the back. And I think I remember who made this because they emailed me, but I can't think of their name right now. But look, super cute. Fun fold. Boom. Happy birthday right there. By the way, we had a prize for the one voted favorite, and it was this one by Leslie. This one is got the gold. It's gorgeous. It's not a fun fold, but it's that fold. That was our winner, voted by everyone on the ship. And if I remember correctly, Landa counted the votes for us. And if I remember correctly, Landa said it was close. Like they won by one. So we had a lot of good choices. This one, yeah, I don't know the name, but super awesome, I would say, using some, actually, I forgot what designer paper that is. Oh, the timeless, what is it called? The plaid one. Anyway, and that's a new stamp set and punch. Okay, this was my swap, which I just used literal leftovers from when I did that scrapbook class. That's what I designed my swap from with the new bee stuff. This one, I don't have a name, but it's a fun fold and it's awesome. And it's that gorgeous, gorgeous paper. This one I remember was Robin's because we were discussing the swaps and she told me this one was hers. So Robin, yep, look, she put her name on the back. Gorgeous. And two more here. Don't know who, but awesome. They got the little, just use a little strip of your designer paper, pop a greeting on, a little washi tape, you're good to go. Gorgeous card there. And last but not least, this one is awesome as well with incredible coloring and just super cute. And it's like, to me, this little dragon is playing in the sand, right? Because we were on a cruise. Pretty. Not today, not today. This is enough. Okay, so awesome swaps. And the cool thing about swaps is you get to keep one of each. And my team does swaps monthly as well, which are optional. But if you're looking to unleash your creativity another way, join swaps. So join my team so you can swap. And you can mail those in. And speaking of my team, these are our make and takes. Our team meeting is Saturday. This time it will be on Zoom. And we will be gathering on Zoom and doing recognition and training and updates and just fun stuff. And they can add on these make and takes as an option. When we have the meeting in person, they can come in person and make them. But when it's to go, you just take it to go. We mail you the packet. Landa cuts, die cuts, punches, and bosses, everything possible. You will cut your designer paper if it's included, and you'll make the 4 projects. So these are the 4 they'll be making on the team meeting make and takes if they opted in for that this month in February. And these are using the Memorable Blooms bundle, which is the same one I'm using for Stamp Stack, but cards will be different. Okay, today on my cards, this is my free class for the month, and we are using this mixed media florals suite collection. I know that's not the greatest holding that up, but everything on this page is the suite. So we have the designer paper, the plaster painting embossing folder, the low profile dots. There's a Memories and More card pack, mixed labels dies, mixed florals dies, mixed floral stamp set, mixed labels stamp set. So these are only found online. This flyer you can find on my blog, stamptherapist.com. Let me put it on the screen. And it is, just scroll down a little ways and you should see, oops, not that one. You should see a link to the Online Exclusives flyers on my blog. And because there's more product that are only found in the online store and are while supplies last. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 pages worth of stuff that came out in January 2025, but there's a bunch of other stuff in the online store as well. So that's where the product is coming from. Let me show you this gorgeous designer paper. Ready? I don't like it. It's not fun anymore. It's not fun anymore. This paper is super gorgeous. It's called Mixed Media Florals. It is 12 by 12. You do get 2 of each design, but I think what I have here is 1 of each design. I believe I did show this on my previous video where I showed everything I ordered from the Online Exclusives when these came out. And let me put this one over here so I can read the colors. Tons of colors in this paper. Basic black, boho blue, Calypso Coral, Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, Granny Apple Green, Mossy Meadow, Petal Pink, Poppy Parade, Shy Shamrock. So this first one here is like a frame of flowers growing from the outside in. So top ones are upside down and so on. And it's like this flower whose name I never can remember, but it's like a daisy where the petals are flopping down, mixed with little blue and yellow, very small filler flowers, long blades of grass from these tulips here. So tulips, small flowers, and the downward pointing daisies, which I know that's not the name. And what else? Little ladybugs all over. And then the inside is just white on the middle. Okay, the back of that one is a like the blues watercolory. And then we have these very small little rectangles of paint pieces like water paint in blue, coral, petal pink, and green. And then the back of that one is a nice wash of Shy Shamrock green with some white in there. This piece is gorgeous flowers, super bright colors with the Poppy Parade, Shy Shamrock, mixed with some other greens. They're, you know, if you look, it's very watercolory. So there's 2 or 3 different greens there. Then the boho blue and some daffodil for the flower centers. There's also another type of, there's just different types of flowers on here actually than the ones I named already. And then the back is petal pink and white, irregular painted lines going across. It's like it's petal pink with the white lines painted, and they're a messy paint. This one is mainly greens, greenery with little yellow and coral things in the middle. I don't know what those are called. Not berries. I don't know what they're called on flowers. And then the back is just black and white. It's a white with little black, small, like 1/8 inch tall by 1/4 inch long strokes. This one is all black and white, so you can color these flowers in any color you want, and it's drawn, you know, hand drawn and shaded a little bit. Flowers, like 4 or 5 petal flowers. I should say 5 leaves, and then the small flowers in between. The back is a little bit of a larger strokes of overlapping each other of Calypso Coral, a darker coral mixed with Poppy and Daffodil Delight. And the last one is a boho blue painted background, real watercolory and little white poking through. And then flowers painted on top with the greens. It's a black outline, by the way, and then they're painted in with the greens and, Poppy Parade and Calypso Coral, yellow flower centers. And the back of that is a black background, like a solid black, with white small flowers drawn all over, like the little small ones on the first one I described. So gorgeous paper. You get your black and whites. You get very vibrant, bright colors. You get watercolory stuff. You get specific flowers drawn. Just and backgrounds. So a huge variety in this gorgeous, gorgeous paper. The Memories and More pack is awesome. Also, I don't have one here today that I can open and show you, but I will next week. I will have one next week if anybody wants to see it. So that's the paper. Part of the suite is the low profile dots, which are gold and petal pink. They are very literally flat, but yet shiny and like epoxy like. And there's large and small in each color. Again, gold and petal pink. Those are the ones you get free with your purchase with the host code, 50 or more. And then there's 2 bundles, mixed florals and mixed labels, and the amazing embossing folder, which is low inventory right now, along with these mixed florals dies. And low just means it will be coming back, most likely, knock on wood, but it might take a minute. So get it before it goes out. This is the plaster painting embossing folder. It's one of our large ones, and it's 3D, it's thick, and it just makes like a very textured wall paint texture. And at the top, there's like another, or along one of the edges, there's like another pattern of texture there. Okay, mixed florals. This is a photopolymer stamp set. Extremely large images, much huger than you see on the front of the case. So there's the upside down daisy flowers. Somebody tell me what they're called. Where's my person who always tells me the names? So 4 1/4 inches tall. You can see it's a good inch taller than what you see pictured on the front of the case there. 4 1/4 tall by 2 3/4 wide. It's 2 flowers, the stems, the leaves, and then the little filler flowers growing up, but in between. Maybe they're wildflowers. That's that one. And then there's the tulip one, which is huge. I had to put it on this big old block. Our largest clear block we sell. It's over 3 inches wide and 4 3/4 inches tall. There are 3 tulips in the image. Some of the wildflowers, and then the big, thick type of leaves that grow around tulips, those big, thick ones, just a ton of those. So it's just a huge image. These are outline only. You can color them in. And I'm going to show, I think, 2 cards today that are not colored in. Yes. Then there's a leaf image, a stem with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 leaves growing from it. And then a smaller image with the like filler flowers. Those are, the leaves are 3 1/2 tall, and the flowers are 2 inches tall. And then there's 3 little ladybugs. One is walking and has its wings closed. One is starting to open the wings, and the other one has its wings all the way open. So 3 ladybugs. Okay, that's mixed florals. The dies that go with it, there is this large floral image die that cuts out a detail, really tall grass image. Basically, it's 5 1/2 inches tall, and it's just super detailed grass and leaves. Then, of course, there are dies to cut out all of the stamped images, both of the flowers, the leaves, the other flowers. And then what I discovered yesterday when I made these cards is there's 2 dies for every ladybug. So you can stamp 6 ladybugs and cut out all 6 at one time, 2 of each design. So pretty cool. So that's 11 dies. That's mixed florals, low inventory on these dies. So which means the bundle is low inventory as well. So get that now. Okay, mixed labels is the words that go with it, because there were no words in that other one. Now you can mix any words, of course. Echinacea, is that? Oh yes, coneflowers. Stamping Zoo. I'm trying to read it. Let me calm down. I think those flowers are commonly called coneflowers or echinacea. Thank you. And the other word's probably correct as well, but coneflowers is the one I always forget Cone. Thank you. Cone flowers. Wrote it down so I can remember. Cone flowers. Okay. Mixed labels is red rubber. It is, these are probably, yeah, pretty much actual size on the front of the case. And you've got lots of greetings here. Thank you. Happy anniversary. Your kindness made my day. You're pretty wonderful. For a great friend. I'm so glad we're friends. Just a note to let you know you're on my mind with sympathy. And then there's one floral image here, which probably in case you only buy this and you want to add a little pizzazz to your project, you can stamp this. And it's a tall, like a long, skinny image with, not super tall, I'm just saying. It's 1 1/4 inches tall, but it has 4 flowers on it, just small ones like the filler flowers over here. A couple of leaves at the bottom, and then some dots all around it, but outlined so you can color it in as well. And then last but not least is this label image, which is about 3 3/4 inches long, and it's like a banner that's kind of waving. So on the left, and it's folded on each end. The left is the banner is lower, and on the right it's higher. Now, here are the dies that go with mixed labels. There are 7 of them. I cut some of them out there for you. So you can cut out the banner, and then you can cut out a single image, which is, just hold that up, a leaf with a stem with 3 leaves on it, and the middle part of the leaves it will die cut out, so it's like outline leaf image just for embellishment. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 standalone labels, which are right here. 1, 2, 3. Where's number 4? Oh, still in the container. 4 standalone labels, which will fit certain of the words in the stamp set. They all have either piercing or a decorative edge or like a beveled edge to them. And then this is what the banner looks like if you stamp and die cut it out. And then there's this die here, which makes just a sort of hash marky element to put on your cards. And that is 2 1/4 inches long by about a 1/2 inch tall. I cut out a white here, but anyway. So those dies plus the leaf are the dies that come in the bundle. Here's where I stamped I'm so glad we're friends on this one, and then decided not to use it. And what else was I going to tell you? Oh, this banner kind of confuses me because it's kind of, not straight. It's a slightly, not crazy curved, but it is curved. All the words are super straight, so they fit on there kind of weird. So I'll show you how I did it on one of my samples, which was copying from either Stampin' Up or Pinterest. I don't remember. But I tried stamping like happy anniversary or thank you in there. It's a little, because they're so straight compared to that. So I don't know. It might just be me. Might just be me on that. Okay. Either way, let's get started and make a card. And we're going to start with card number 1. By the way, I made a mistake this morning. I always, when I'm getting ready in the morning, I drink like 3 or 4 this tall glasses of water. And that's like the way I make myself drink water, because I pretty much don't drink anymore the rest of the day. Well, on video days, I only drink 1 because I used to do the 3 and I would have to go to the bathroom halfway through the video. And I was like, let's be smart and just drink 1. Well, I forgot today and drank more than 1, and I already feel like I need to use the restroom. So we'll see if I have to take a 3-minute video break and run to the restroom. But anyway, okay, this is the class packet you can earn free with your order in February. Earn it in February. We'll mail it in March. And just as a quick reminder, there's the info. So you can place your order and get this actual class packet free. And we're going to make card number 1 here. Okay, so I have a scrap of white for all of my cards. And then I have my card base for this card. It's basic white. And it's 5.5 by 8.5. I took my 8.5 by 11 cardstock and just cut it in half. You'll get 2 cards out of 1 piece of paper. Align these corners here and here against my thumbnail on the table. And then do my folding with the bone folder. That will give you less wrinkles on the inside. And now you have a card base that fits into the invitation size envelope, which is this size right here. Stampin' Up's medium envelope, super high quality envelopes. It will fit right in there. Easy measuring. Cut the paper in half. It fits either direction, like that swap I showed you where she cut it the other direction. Same thing, fits in there. But these are my favorite ones, the clear medium envelopes. That's my favorite. Okay. And so that's our card base. We'll set that aside. And then let me grab my little magnet here. The other elements for your card will be cut for you in this packet, just like this, cut and embossed. So the next layer is basic white. And I'll have all these measurements over on the blog at 11 a.m. Central, stamptherapist.com right there, stamptherapist.com. All the measurements. But this piece of white has been embossed with that amazing plaster paint embossing folder, which I told you about. And you can turn your paper that you put in the folder whichever direction you want when you emboss this. So I turned it this direction so that the sort of plaster paint image looks like that on this cardstock. Okay, then I have a piece of basic white. Again, measurements, blog, 11 a.m. Central. This card will be up and down portrait, and this is a rectangle that will also be up and down portrait. And then the next layer is designer paper. This is the piece that is petal pink with the white sort of painted stripes going down. The petal pink is about 1/2 inch, and the white is about 1/8 of an inch. What did I say, half? Are they at 8? Yeah, they're about 1/8 of an inch wide, but varying. It's like you drug a paintbrush across. And the stripes are going up and down on the way I cut it. But the back is one of those super colorful watercolory images. Okay, so that piece is going to go right on top of the white and layer it perfectly. And then we have a 1 1/4 inch tall by the width of the designer paper gold paper here, and that is from this paper right here. It is the textured metallic 12 by 12 specialty paper from our annual catalog. You get, I forget what they call them, bright copper, gold, and tungsten. Okay, fancy, but I'm using the gold right here, and it is textured. If you can see, yeah, it's like little textury. Okay, so I have that gold piece there. And then last but not least, this is a 1/2 inch strip of basic beige cardstock. I'm going to grab my large tulip flowers stamp and basic gray ink. And this card is going to say, "For a great friend." I'm going to take my basic gray ink, just a little reminder how to open our ink pads when they're closed. They look like this. There's a beveled part right here. That's the part you pull up all the way around and then push it in. And then to close it, you pull it all the way out and do that. And then when it's closed, the lid will hold the pad, which keeps it upside down when it's right side up, if that makes sense. Just gets all the ink to float to the top. Okay, so what we're going to stamp is on this designer paper. First of all, I'm going to stamp these flowers in basic gray ink. So the tulip one, the largest one. Tap, tap, tap. Do not press hard on our ink pads unless you want a big mess and less ink. Tap. You can tap 50,000 times. Tap your life away, but just don't press hard. And if you don't get enough ink, re-ink your pad. And then I'm going to stamp these flowers a little bit at an angle, going from bottom right bottom left to top right, just directly on there. I do have my Glass Mat Studio underneath. You can also use the Stampin' Pierce mat or a very hard, firm table that's the consistency of a countertop. Any of those things will give you a good stamping surface to get a nice transfer of ink. And that's it. We're not going to color those flowers in. I'm done. If I did get any ink on the glass mat, I'm going to wipe it off with my chamois, which comes with the Glass Mat Studio. You can still buy this while supplies last. I guess it's while supplies last. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not really sure. But that is that part. Now, I'll just use my chamois. I'm going to clean off the stamp, even though the next time I use it will be black, so not a big deal. But just wipe that off real quick. That is the stamping we need to do for that card. Oh, not true. Now the greeting. So I have this 1/2 inch strip of basic beige cardstock, and I'm going to ink up For a Great Friend just by tapping and not getting ink on the edges of the red rubber. And I'm going to stamp this over toward the right, but not all the way toward the right, and you'll see why in a minute, but more toward the right than the left. Okay, now that's the stamping for this card. And what's next? Hello, Linda. Yay. Glad to see you here today, Linda. Run before I start. Lori, that was a smart thing you told me to do that I just now read. I should have, Lori. Okay, so this, I'm not going to glue it yet, but the designer paper is going to go on the white piece, but I don't want to glue that yet. Very important not to. What I'm going to do first is on this gold piece here, which is the length of the designer paper. Hold on, I have a thing, yeah. I'm going to cut off this much. So I'm going to measure this right now. At an angle. I'll say it in a second. Let me measure this. I was in a rush when I got ready for this video and I did not make a lot of notes. 1, 2, 3. This is about 3/8 of an inch from the bottom. On the left-hand side, 3/8 of an inch from the bottom, I made a mark with my take your pick tool because this paper will take an indentation. 3/8 of an inch, or you could go 1/2 inch. That's fine as well. 3/8 to 1/2 is fine. And then I'm going to grab my paper trimmer and I'm going to cut from that point to the top right corner. I'm just going to cut it off at an angle. So, of course, you will receive the piece that is full like this, and you'll need to cut this yourself when you get this class packet free with your order. So the cutting groove is right there. I'm going to align the mark I made here in the top right corner here. I'm going to hold this nice and tight with one hand and cut with the other. This is not quite half, so I probably wouldn't use this one to make another card. I'll just throw that in my scraps to punch a heart or something out of, and I'm going to use this piece right here, which is now the gold cut at an angle. And then I will attach that to the designer paper. Grab my little chamois so that I don't get any excess adhesive on my work surface. Put some adhesive on there, Stampin' Seal, and then attach this to the bottom. So got a nice little angle there. Then I'm going to add adhesive to the back of this greeting, and it's going to go on here at an angle, sort of matching the angle of the gold, but as long as you cover up the edges of the gold up here, it won't matter if it matches exactly. It's just whatever looks good to you. And stick that down, and it's going to stick out off of the left and right sides. And then you're going to take your scissors and cut off the excess. Grab my readers. This is fine work. and pull it up real close to my face. And if you turn it over to the back, you probably can cut it easier. Your eyes don't play tricks on you. My gold is a little bit longer, but that doesn't bother me. So there we go. Now that is our little piece there, our element for this card. So I will add adhesive to the back of this designer paper. This card's pretty simple. Add adhesive and mat it or attach it to this white. I'm going to attach the embossed white to the card base. There will be a small, like 1/8 inch white border between the embossed and the card base. And then I'll add Stampin' Dimensionals to this piece, the flower one. How are we doing over here? Thank you, Corinne. We can wait. No sense of being uncomfortable. I know, right, Lori? You're probably right. I should go. I was gonna say, you know how sometimes like you have to go to the bathroom, but then you get busy and you forget that you had to go to the bathroom. That's kind of where I'm at right now. But later it'll be opposite. Okay, so I added Stampin' Dimensionals to the back of the flowers. I did about 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, but you can do as many as you want. I used my mini Stampin' Dimensionals, my favorites, but you can use the big ones as well. And this will just go right in the center here. And then to finish this card off, a couple of things. Slightly crooked, so let me arrange that. I'm going to add some dots and ribbon. So this is the brand new Petal Pink scalloped ribbon from the mini catalog, but it goes great with this designer paper because it has petal pink in it. So I'm going to take this ribbon and tie a bow. I'm going to have lots of space between a bunny ears bow. So 2 bunny ears, 1 in each hand, left and right. Lots of space between the 2 hands and bunny ears, which is the key to being able to do this bow properly. A tail on one end, it's still attached to my roll on the other. And I'm going to cross my right hand, which is close. My right hand, I'm going to bring it closest to my body and bring it over here across the left one, and then push that right one down into the rabbit hole. Keeping the ribbon as flat as possible the whole time to make a prettier bow. And then just tie it and adjust as needed. And you see the little scallops on that ribbon, so cute. And then trim, so you'll only have waste, 0 waste on this side, maybe a little on the other side, depending how good you are. So there's my bow. This will get attached with mini glue dots to the card here. Just reveal 1 dot. These are all my old papers there. Fold it down. Fold this paper down over a piece of ribbon you tie to the roll, and then push hard into that dot with your ribbon or embellishment, and then pull it off. Then I'm going to put that bow just kind of down at the end of the basic beige cardstock. And last but not least, I'll add a couple of my gold low profile, or what are these called? Yes, low profile dots. I'm going to take your pick tool here. I'm going to do a large gold. Oh, by the way, and a small gold. I always say you have to hold the embellishment down so that it doesn't fly across the room. I say it as a joke, but it's also true. But yeah, you got to listen to what you say also, because yesterday when I was making these samples, I was very rushed. I'm very behind since this cruise. I was very rushed, and I just thought I could be, better than everybody else. And I tried to get one without it, and it flew, and I still haven't found that dot. It was over in my other work area. It flew somewhere. I don't know where it went. I never found it though. Anyway, here's the finished card. And here's the original one I made. Oh, hold on. I lied. I also put some pink ones up here in the top left. So I put the gold ones, I didn't even say where, down here to the top, or not top, but to the right of the greeting on the beige. And then a couple of pink ones up here to the top left above the flowers. Okay, so now I'm done. So this is the original card I made, and that is the card one, card number 1. But here is my inspiration card. This was from Stampin' Up. I probably showed this on another video. Look, it's cut the other direction. I was talking about. This was for being a top performer this year. So they sent us this card signed by Sarah and Shelly. Super cute. And you can see it's very similar. I don't know which. I have to look, see. I think that's the country something designer paper. But anyway, it's Petal Pink. And they obviously use different words than from this stamp set for congratulations. But that's where I got the inspiration. And most of my customers can't take a white background. Most of my customers cannot take a plain white background. I love it. And I almost made this card that way. But then I was like, no, we're going to emboss it because most people can't take it. I use a twist tie on my glue dots. Oh, okay. Very smart, Lori. Thank you, Corinne. My comments are acting weird. Hold on. Country Lace is the one on this card. Yes, Robin, thank you. I literally just figured that out just now, yesterday. I was like, I don't know what paper that is. Okay, there's card 1. And you will get the class packet to make that if you place that online order. Okay, let's move on to card number 2. Card 2. There's a little space for it. All right, now we're going to get serious on card 2. Actually, this is where I should go to the restroom, Lori. Let me see if I still have this graphic that says be right back. The SU card needs ribbon. Yeah, they had to make too many. Y'all know how that is? They probably had to make too many. Okay, I'm going to put the be right back ticker on there. Y'all, I'm going to run to the restroom. Don't let me forget not to drink water before my videos. I mean, 1 glass is okay. 2 or more is bad. And I think I did at least 2, if not 3. Okay, I'll be right back. Very quick. I'm coming back. Okay. Much better. I should be able to make it through now. I forgot there's a lot of coloring up today. Okay. Thank you, Lori. Thanks, Tommy. Thanks, V. Thanks, Tyra. Tyra. Okay, this is card number 2. Let's go. We have a boho blue card base, 5.5, 8.5. I'm going to fold it in half. With the bone folder. And then I'm going to fold the front in half to the left. All the way over to the left, fold it in half. You can score this if you prefer. I always just fold it with the bone folder. And this is the easiest fun fold card you can make, called the Z fold. Fold your cardstock in half, fold it backwards in half. There you go. Z fold. This will be portrait up and down. So then next we have a piece of basic white. What is squeaking? Goodness, this table's squeaking. To go on the inside right there. We have two pieces here of boho blue. One's boho blue, one's basic white that I've pre-die cut with the Countryside Corners dies. It is the second from the largest and third from the largest. Boho blue and white. And then a scrap of boho blue here, a scrap, and one of the labels pre-die cut from basic white cardstock. This one is about 1 inch tall by 2 inches long. It has a decorative edge cut into the top and bottom, and then the sides come to a little bit of a point, and two sides are beveled. That's that label, and I will be using it landscape. Okay, and then we're going to use our scrap of white here as well for this card. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp on the scrap of white first. I wanted to pre-do this stuff, but I just did not have time. So I'm going to have to stamp and cut and embalm and color, I should say, on all 3 cards. I mean, yeah, well, the next 2. Okay, so I'm going to stamp in black. Our Memento Black ink pad is actually, it comes like this. It's a nice firm pad, so you can press really hard when you ink, unlike what I taught you before. But I made my own black pad with the same ink with a refill from one of our uninked white pads back in March 2024. So it's almost been a year since I made it. I've re-inked it 3 times since then. And I've used it recently, and it should, knock on wood, not need re-inking today, but we'll see. But it's a foam pad, just like our other one, so you have to stamp very gentle when you use these. I do like this one better. It has given me consistently more solid black ink. The other pad's fine. It's just after a couple of years, you need a new one. But this has only been 1 year so far, almost, and I love it. So tap, 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 real gentle. Hold it down nice and firm. And if you do everything properly and you're not getting good stamping, re-ink it like usual. But look at that, gorgeous. And this is the only one I have. I bought another one to make another video for, and I still haven't made it or made the video. I'm going to make that one on a video. I just got real busy. Okay, so 3 ladybugs, 1 of each. And what I stamped, I forgot to say, is the cone flowers image. The cone flowers image. Spoiler alert, for my next card, I'm going to stamp these flowers. Actually, let me just do it now. Should I? No, I'll wait. But I'm going to stamp those flowers here on the next one. Okay, so I'm going to die cut those out. I also need to stamp these 2 images here in boho blue. Grab it. Okay, so in boho blue, I'm going to stamp the banner image, the long banner, on boho blue cardstock. Oh my gosh, something is squeaking. It's getting on my nerves. I can't touch this table without it squeaking. And then this is the small flower image, like the filler flowers from the photopolymer stamp set, Mixed Florals. And I'm going to stamp that down here on this rectangle up and down portrait, basic white, bottom right hand corner, where it's going to hang off the edges a little bit in a couple of spots, and just kind of take some space there on that bottom right hand corner so that when it's glued inside this card base, we'll have something there to see. Okay, now I'm going to die cut these out. Oh, I need words here as well. I forgot. Okay, Memento Black. Again, I'm going to stamp "Your kindness made my day" on the label, the white label. See, I got some ink on those edges, even tapping gently, but I was like doing it fast due to I'm on a video and I pressed too hard. I'm going to try to be real gentle right here and not get that ink on my card. Dark. So nice. By the way, we had a guest on our cruise from Colombia, and she, oh, that's true, Lori. I think they're coming in a couple of weeks. She was floored, amazed at the quality of everything from Stampin' Up. The stamps, the way the images stamped, the ink, the paper. She was floored by the quality. So if you're like over here in the US doubting Stampin' Up, which I know you're not, but if you are, it's amazing, the quality. Ink refill February 24th is what the estimate is for right now. Thank you, Lori, by the way. I just saw your comment about the card. I don't know how I missed that. I love my foam Memento V. It's so crisp, right? Exactly. These are literally so crisp. Now, I have had it, and I'm sure you may have gotten there yet or not. I don't know, but where I need to re-ink it. But when I re-ink it, it's crisp again. It's not grayish crisp. Yeah. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lisa, as well. And Lori. Sorry, I'm not catching up. Okay, so as y'all know, if you don't know, now you're going to find out. I always recommend you cut your images apart before die cutting them out when they're on one sheet of paper for many, many, many reasons. But just do it. Just trust me. Just do it. It's going to be better for you and everything. But now I'm going to die cut all these out. My die cut machine here. You can get this right now with the starter kit if you get the 130 or if you get the 155 special. Normally you cannot get this with the starter kit because it's too, like, it goes over your price limit, 125 in merchandise, but you can get it right now because you can get 155 in merchandise. So if you want or have been wanting the best die cut machine that I know of, now's the time with our starter kit if you're not a demonstrator. Of course, if you are a demonstrator, you're not allowed to buy the starter kit. Just like I'm not allowed to buy the starter kit. Okay. These things are really stuck on here. Okay, so as a reminder, there are 6 dies for the ladybugs, 2 for each image. So I could have stamped double and die cut them all out at one time. Throw my readers on. Oh, the other dies from the other stuff in here. We have a gift that we gave at the cruise that I could use right now if mine was open, but it's a long story, but I can't use mine right now. But I'll show it next week. But anyway, you can tape down your dies if needed so that they won't move when you're die cutting. One of the things you can use is Post-it tape, which is over in my Amazon store. There's a link to it right now in this video on YouTube. I can't remember if it's there on Facebook, but if not, I always edit the video after and add that Amazon link. Or I add lots of links, but anyway, on Facebook. But once you get this all aligned, if there's any reason you think it might shift as you're putting it through, you can tape it down with Post-it notes, Post-it tape, washi tape, or another repositionable tape that you own. Just obviously not a permanent tape. I need my face to be right over this, and I can't because of the camera. So hopefully that's good. Also, I do recommend die cutting before you color. You don't have to, but I recommend it because if you color perfect and beautiful and then you die cut it out and the die slips and you have to start over, something bad might happen. You might get real angry. If you die cut first and the die slips, you just stamp another one and die cut it again real quick versus all the time you spent coloring your masterpiece. Crackety crack. Let's see how we did. Why cut them apart? Lori. So Lori asked, that's why I'm going to say it. First of all, it gives me the option of turning all 4 of these pieces of, or 5 of these pieces of paper any direction I want. So sometimes pretend that you stamp this on white paper. You might have stamped all these images like that. So first of all, you have no leeway of turning your paper to match a die when you have those magnetic sheets and the magnet goes like this. Well, you turn your paper like this then and you switch it, but you can't turn an entire sheet of paper that has 10 images on it and realign everything because of one little magnetic area. That's one. 2, dies cut better and have less likelihood to shift if they go in long and skinny. Well, again, sometimes we'll maximize our paper and stamp all different directions. And then you cannot, or you have to do this long and skinny. It's not going to kill anything. It's not the end of the world, but it's not the optimal way to die cut. Long and skinny is the optimal way to die cut. I'm going to get my sheet so I can remember all these reasons. So long ways, you can damage the surrounding cardstock. So if we had not cut this off from this sheet, our top plate could embed junk into this sheet and basically ruin it or make it real ugly and not good to stamp on and possibly ink on it. Your dies can overlap if you stamp too close together. It doesn't look too close together when you started, but now they're too close together and your dies overlap and you damage a die. You can place the images that are more, and last but not least, you can place the images that are more important to align and more likely to move at the top and have them go into the machine first instead of them possibly being at a different location because of where you stamped it. Lord. So those are my reasons for cutting them apart. Lori said there's definitely crying involved. I can so relate to that statement of the crying because it's so annoying when you have done all that coloring and then you cut it and the die moves on you, which can happen to any of us just because even with the tape sometimes it happens. Maybe we didn't align it properly with the tape or whatever. Okay. The next one is just flowers, no ladybugs, FYI. It'll be a little tiny bit faster. Oh, and here's another tip in case anyone ever has missed that about outlining your dies before you start using them with a pen or Sharpie on your sheet of dies so you know where to put them back. I don't usually tape my stuff down. So good. So I'm like, stupid tape. I usually just hold it down tight and it works. Thank you, Sue. I know, right, Sue? It's so gorgeous. Okay. Let's do some coloring. So for these colors I picked, or for these images, did I lose a doggone ladybug? For these images, I chose colors from the designer paper. Sorry, I'm looking for my missing, there she is. Okay. And let me see what the colors are. Now for the green, even though they don't list Old Olive, they list Mossy Meadow and... Did I put the designer paper for this card? I did not. They list Mossy Meadow and Shy Shamrock as the greens. But I picked Old Olive to match for this card. So let me grab this designer paper real quick. I forgot to cut the piece for this card. See if I have a scrap in here. It's the blue one. It's this one. Okay. Multiple packs of this paper. Okay, I need a piece of this pattern right here, which is the boho blue background with the coral and poppy flowers, basically, and green, of course. So this is the green I was trying to match. It's not exactly Shy Shamrock. I got that color out and tested it, and it did not match this. And so, long story short, I went with Old Olive. Let me cut this designer paper real quick. It's going to be 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. Make a path to get to my cutter. 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. Don't worry, Landa will cut yours if you get the class packet. So that's where I got my colors from. So let me grab them. We've got, oh, I'm going to use Wink of Stella. Is anybody here to be excited? Wink of Stella. For this card, Old Olive Stampin' Blends, Daffodil Delight Stampin' Blends, Calypso Coral Stampin' Blends, and Boho Blue. Stampin' Blends are alcohol markers, which is like a Sharpie, and this Memento ink is water-based ink. Therefore, they go together perfectly. This alcohol ink will not smear and mix in and blend with the water-based Memento ink, if I said that right. Okay, so this is how I use blends because I'm not very artistic at all. So I start with a dark color. There's light and dark in each set you purchase. So Daffodil Delight is going to have light and dark. I start with the dark and color where my shadows need to be, whether I know by looking at someone else's samples or Stampin' Up has put dots or lines there to tell me. And then I go back in with the light and go all over it, including the dark part, and blend it together. They truly do blend, meaning they you get rid of any harsh lines and sort of fade from light to dark real naturally. And you can be way more artistic than I am. You can mix any colors together and they won't, coral would not get on this marker if I colored with this color on top of coral after, and vice versa. So they don't mix and get muddy. And you can create all kinds of beautiful stuff on your cards, on your projects, I should say. Okay, the next color is Calypso Coral. Now, I did find that, I don't know why, but my coral was not blending crazy well together. And one thing with the blends is they... No, Robin, I use the correct amount. The blends, they do blend together better while they are still wet. So, for my coral, I don't know if it's just me, I don't know. I'm going to add the dark only to one petal at a time and do one petal at a time. So dark and then light. And you don't want to leave your blends laying open. So I'm lightly closing this because they will dry out as fast as a Sharpie. So I'm lightly closing that in between colors. And I'm just really working to blend that dark one. So if you ever have a blend, sometimes my crumb cake does this as well, that it seems like the colors, like the dark one, for example, is just sitting there dark and not mixing in with the light one. Do it one small section at a time. It's the same amount of time to color. You're just taking it slower. You can even kind of see that line there. I don't know why that one's not blending as well. But like I own 500 blends and this is one of like 2 that I might have come across this problem with. You can also go light to dark. People do that. We have a thing called a color lifter. that can lighten up any areas where you want to lighten up. They do bleed through to the other side, just like a Sharpie would. If you know more about art and lights and shadows and where they should go, you'll be even better at this, of course, than me. Almost everybody is. What else? They squeak. You can make beautiful like sunsets and all kinds of things when you're more talented and are able to combine those colors. Like I'm always scared to mix anything other than coral with coral and so on, because I'm not good with color theory and all that stuff. But you can just play with them and practice and get better and better, and try color combinations as well. And where I'm putting these shadows might not be the correct spot, or you might want them somewhere else. You can do all that. I do think I could mix Poppy Parade and Coral probably pretty successfully together, but I didn't try. And I have mixed some others before, like pinks and stuff. I just don't do it very often. Not super creative on that part. Okay, so I did the top cone flower. The cinders are Daffodil Delight, and the petals are Coral. And now I'm going to do the small one over here on the bottom left. Maybe I'll do two here. Get brave. But you saw that I didn't have the same issue where I needed to be so one at a time with the daffodil, and the other colors are not like that. So whatever, it is what it is. Hey, Joyce. Speak it up. Yeah, one at a time is better. Do that and do that. And I have so many blends, I have no clue if these are older, newer, like this particular set. I have no idea. I have a lot of Stampin' blends. Okay, so there is my coral. Close those lids tight as soon as you're done. And by the way, my blends last me so long. Even the ones I use in classes. You'll see Old Olive. I'm going to put some dark on a few of the leaves, and it just is going to blend easier. They last so long, even with me using them with customers where I can't fully monitor if they're closing them right away and all that. So it's a really high quality product, but when they dry out, you do just need to replace it. And they're only, I think, $9, 2 for $9. What all am I going to say when I'm doing the other color? What am I going to say to y'all? I could try to tell you how I started with Stampin' Up. I'm going to color the other one if you want to hear that. Okay, and then I can't remember if I did light or dark, but I'm going to do light on these stems. There's kind of a thick stem coming from each flower. There's just a line going up to the more like baby's breath ones, and I didn't trace those, but you could if you wanted to. Okay, and last but not least, I'll use boho blue on these small flowers. So with dark, there's just like a dot in the middle of each flower, and then just like an undefined blob around it of, drawing a little flower. And I will just go light boho blue on the whole thing. Also, I've seen people color these particular flowers in from this stamp set. Well, maybe they did. I was going to say where it looks more watercolory, like the paper, where there's more white spots. And I don't know if they did it actually with blends or actual watercoloring, but that's another way you can color it to match the paper more, where it's less perfect and more watercolory. Again, whether you use watercolors or blends, these particular stamps would be great for watercoloring. It's just now that since we came out with blends, I prefer them. There's something I can actually do, not being very artistic. They're really forgiving. They won't have streaks and lines like a water-based marker can. So, all right, let me check comments. Used to think they were expensive, but knowing how long they last, they're a bargain. Definitely, Lori, agree. Thank you, Linda. Love those colors with the blue. Thanks. Oh, Robin, blends are $11 for the 2-pack. I forgot we have inflation. I forgot about that. I'm going to use dark Calypso Coral for these ladybugs. I could have used Poppy Parade also, but I think the coral is a good one, and you know, it matches the flowers. 2 for $11, yeah. $2 more than I said. So simple, just one color on there on those. Xana, yeah, she went away. Let's don't jinx that. Just let her stay away. The Wink of Stella is a glitter pen. Do not squeeze. After you get it started, I don't recommend you ever squeeze it, but that's another story. I'm going to put some clear Wink. Oh, I need to put the glasses back on. I instantly can't see what I'm doing. I'm going to put some clear Wink of Stella on the coral petals. You probably won't be able to see it on the video, but a lot of ink is coming out of this pen. Ink, whatever, it's clear stuff with glitter inside. But I don't know if it'll show on the video. But that just adds literal glitter or sparkle on top of your projects. And you can use it on pretty much anything, but it works really well on blends because they don't bleed. And then it works really well on designer paper also, again, because it won't bleed. Water-based inks, take your chances. Take your chances. Okay, we're ready to put this card together. So first I will attach this white piece on the inside. This is the one where I stamped the flowers on the bottom right in boho blue. Then we'll attach the designer paper on the top, on the front left flap. I'm going to attach the basic white label, Countryside Corners, to the boho blue label. And then the flowers will go next on that label with Stampin' Dimensionals. Nice cat hair there. So I'm using my mini Stampin' Dimensionals. You can use, again, as many or few as you want. I don't use a ton. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I just prefer the mini Stampin' Dimensionals. Okay, so these flowers will just basically go right in the center of this label. Don't forget these dies are low inventory. I think I'm going to go ahead and put this on my card base now. And I will attach this left half only to the front left flap of this label with Stampin' Dimensionals. So I'm going to flip it upside down, top to bottom. I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals. And I flipped it upside down, top to bottom, so I can visually see like how far over to go with these dimensionals in that middle section. And again, you can see I don't use a ton, but you can cover the whole thing with dimensionals if you want. How we doing? Thank you, Hilda. This is part of a free card class anyone can get with their online order in February. Okay, this label is going to go across the bottom-ish of the flowers. So in the center, it will be touching these raised up flowers, and on the left and right, I will add a mini Stampin' Dimensional, which should touch the label here, the Countryside Corners label. And then Your Kindness Made My Day, which is on the little white die cut label, will go right in the center of that. So that's how I used the banner instead of stamping on it, is as a background basically behind this greeting. Okay, where's my silicone? 2 of my ladybugs will be flat, and the one that is flying is going to have Stampin' Dimensional, and it's going to be down in this bottom right hand corner on the white piece that has the blue flower stamped on it. And then these 2 flat ones, I'll just use my silicone craft sheet to add the adhesive. And one in between the 2 flowers and the one that's sort of crawling up here in the greeting. What's the last but not least? My gems and my ribbon. Okay, last but not least, we will put some gold table, goodness, low profile dots in the top right hand corner where the white space is, the white cardstock. 1 large, 1 small. And I'm going to tie another bow. So I did a bunny ears bow on the first card. If you missed it and need to know, you can go back on that one. So I'll do this one a little quicker. Joyce, love this fun fold. I'm glad. It's so simple, so easy. This is that pink, petal pink scalloped ribbon, if you missed it on the first one, and it's in the mini catalog. Mini blue dot. And this bow I'm just kind of putting down in the corner of the greeting, bottom right hand corner of the greeting. And that is card number 2 with mixed labels and mixed florals. And that's part of my free class. Thank you, Tyra. Thanks, Corinne. Thanks, Hilda. Even though I wish I could get a single. I know, Lori. I know, girl. All right. It's card number 2. It does have Wink of Stella, but you can't see it right now. Here's the original, by the way. I think pretty much the same. This bow is kind of going wonky. Pretend it's not. All right. Okay, I'm going to make one more card, then I'll show you the other one, and then I'm going to show you my new stuff real quick, but not like the full way I usually do. What am I doing? This is card number 3. Card number 3. Yes. I'm like, how many fingers am I holding up? Card number 3, and then I'll show you the 4th one. Blech, can't talk. Okay. We have a white card base, basic white. A bone folder somewhere. 5.5 by 8.5. This card will be up and down portrait, up and down portrait. Then the next layer is Shy Shamrock. And from the middle of that, we are going to cut you a, thank you, Nancy, this image here, this I'm calling it like really tall grass with maybe some flowers and leaves growing in it, but it's just a die cut. So we will die cut that with a dryer sheet out of this middle section for you, or of this layer on your card. See what the dryer sheet does. It's beautiful. So this Shy Shamrock will be the next layer on your card. Hello, Brittany. Measurements 11 a.m. Central on the blog. Poke out any more pieces you need to poke out from this piece. And it's very detailed. All right, come on. Very detailed die. Like the grass has sections cut out of the middle and all this stuff. Okay, so that's for our card. And I can actually reuse this dryer sheet, by the way, because it's not cut up too much by just peeling those pieces off. Until it gets super cut up, you can keep reusing it. It's an unscented dryer sheet. Very important that it's unscented. Okay, the next layer is the designer paper. It's 4 by 5 1/4, but all the measurements will be on the blog at 11 a.m. Central. And it's got a white background and then flowers, you know, again, that black outline, flowers and leaves drawn and then beautifully watercolored in, kind of messily though, with the bright greens, more of the Shy Shamrock green, Poppy Parade. There's some, both of the flowers on here, but on a smaller scale, the cone flowers and the tulips, and then some other types of flowers as well. And also there's Daffodil Delight. So Calypso Coral, Poppy Parade, Daffodil Delight, Shy Shamrock, and of course they put in some boho blue. So that'll be our next layer. The back is the petal pink stripes. Okay, then we have 2 pieces here. One is white and one is black, and they will layer on top of each other. That it's a tall rectangle that will go on the card portrait like that. The white has been embossed with that gorgeous painted. I always have to stop and think of the name of this one. I blanked out now. Forgot. But the embossing folder I've been showing you since the beginning. It's got the word paint in it. Maybe the word texture. I can't think of it. The large one though. So, and this one I ran through maybe the same direction as the other actually. But again, just remember you can run the paper through 2 different directions to get a different effect. I got a little of that texture at the top. It's like the raw wall or something. Anyway, gorgeous. And then it's mounted by black there on a piece of black. All right, let's pull in our scratch paper. We need to stamp, and I also, the smallest label from this stamp set, I also die cut a white one. So I'm going to stamp my greeting and the flowers on this scrap of white. I've got basic black ink again. I talked about this ink pad previously, if you want to go back and watch that. With really large stamps like this, if you prefer, you can leave the stamp laying on the table and tap the pad to it. With this pad, because it's a foam and the way I made it, I prefer to pick up the ink this way. And I'm stamping the tulip image, the largest floral image from this set, in Memento black ink. So good. So good. It's the same one I stamped on the first card in gray. And then this card is going to say thank you. Thank you. It's red rubber, so it's not as easy to center it, but just do your best. It's actually much better than the one I took a picture of and will show you as my first card. So I stamped thank you in Memento black. It's just a very tiny thank you, all caps, like typewriter font. Okay, I'm going to die cut this out. So again, I'm going to trim around here because I don't want to put texture on this extra white paper. Just if I can find my scissors. And also, it's going to fit better on my machine in this case because it's so huge. Thank you, Nancy. I have to concentrate. That's why I'm not talking. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to die cut these flowers out and then color all this in. So while I'm coloring it in, I'm going to tell you that how I joined Stampin' Up is I started making my own handmade cards on my own, all by myself. But I had no talent. I love this one, by the way, side note, because it doesn't have any excess paper that it collects. It's all right there. Anyway, so I truly don't have crafting ability or artistic talent. I was just stamping like a dragonfly and happy birthday, and I was like, I'm a genius. I can make my own cards. I don't have to go to the store anymore. I don't have to buy cards. I'm not going to forget them, all the stuff. And then Isabel, my daughter, was 8 months old, and I wanted to make a little extra money and get out of the house, but not go to a full-time job like I had been doing. So I started trying to scheme how I could do a job at home, like direct sales, even though I didn't know what that word was even. So I was like looking into things. I wasn't going to do Mary Kay or any of those. However, that was like my inspiration, like a home-based business. And so then I got into stamping, and I was like, oh, I can do a business where I sell stamps to people, because nobody's ever done that before. I'm a genius. So then I get on the internet and I start researching home party businesses, Mary Kay, Avon, whatever. And I come across this name, Stampin' Up. And I'm like, what is this? Sounds like stamping. So I clicked on the link and it took me to their website. And it was like, we're about to celebrate our 15-year anniversary. I was like, what the heck? I never heard of this. I had heard of Creative Memories only. And as far as a home-based crafting business. So it said, call this number to join. So I called this number, and they said, you have to sign up through a demonstrator, in your area. Would you like a name? I said, yes. They gave me a name and number of somebody. I called her all within the same day. And I said, I want to join Stampin' Up. I didn't know what it was. They didn't really even have pictures on their website back then. It was just words. Like, I didn't know anything other than they sold rubber stamps and card making. And I called the girl, and she's like, oh, I said, can I come over and get what I need? And she's like, oh, of course. Turns out she was brand new. She was in full-on panic mode. She calls Stampin' Up. Somebody's coming over to sign up. What do I do? They're like, print out this paper, give her this form, tell her to mail it in. I colored in the small flowers with Daffodil Delight. Now I'm going to move on. Oh, maybe I don't need that color. To Poppy Parade for the pop tulips. I called Leslie, my upline, and told her I wanted to come over. She called Stampin' Up. She's like, what the heck do I do? They're like, give her this paperwork, give her a catalog, answer any questions she has. So she hands me this paperwork and this catalog. She's like, just fill this out, mail it in. You'll be signed up. I don't remember what else she told me, but she was very nice. And that's what I did. And I took like 2 days, because back then you could pick like 2 stamp sets, 3 ink pads, 5 of this, whatever, 2 packs of cardstock. And so I took my time, because I did want to do it as not a business like I am today. Like, I had no clue. I wanted to make like $50 a month extra. So I chose stamps I could use at a home party and like show people. Like, I wanted to pick things that had variety, not just like a cute flower or whatever. So I took my time, did it, mailed it in, and the rest is history. But no, I got the kit back. Leslie was an amazing stamping trainer, but she didn't really know anything about the business. We like tried things together and came up with our little schemes. But I read that manual that came with the starter kit from beginning to end, and I did what it told me to do, and that's how I got my business started with Stampin' Up. So I know most people and most of my team members know about Stampin' Up because they came to a home party, and they were like, you can craft, and they were like, I'm not even interested in that. And we're like, just make this card, it's free, just make it. And so how about you? How did you learn about Stampin' Up? And are you a demonstrator? Let us know. It's so much fun. I used to be painfully shy. When I joined, I was painfully shy. Here's the poppy flowers, tulips. Super simple. I'm just coloring them just like I described already. Dark first, then light. Hey, Betty in Oregon, joining late. Yay. Thank you, G-Ann, for sharing that with Betty so she could be reminded. I'm going to go Shy Shamrock now for these leaves. Oops. I like to use the brush, the fine point, the bullet point. What was I going to say about it? Oh, like I was painfully shy. My mom was like, what are you talking about? You're going to sell to people. I was like, I'm just going to try it. Just shut up. I'm going to try it. She's like, but you don't like to talk in front of anyone. I'm like, I know. I am going to try it. And we will see what happens. And that is what I did. I practiced my first party out loud at home in my house like 5 times. I had written notes, all the stuff. But I had to practice it out loud like 5 times before it came out smooth. And then, of course, it still wasn't actually that smooth. But, you know, I thought I was so good. And, but obviously I've gotten progressively better over the years. Not that I don't mean that like a brag, but I used to not be able to talk in front of 2 people, much less 3, 4, 5, 10, 500. So for me, being a demonstrator definitely helped me overcome that shyness that I had my entire life. I was the person who couldn't, like, don't call on me in class. I would literally skip class if I had to do a speech that day. I was that shy. And of course, many, many other things. But one of the biggest things Stampin' Up! Has brought me is the friendships. So many friends. So many. That I never would have met if not for Stampin' Up! It was pretty awesome. And most of my most of my team members that are friends don't do this as a business. It's purely hobby for the fun, for the friendships, for the challenges, for the creativity, for the early ordering, whatever. And I'm just coloring leaves here while I'm talking about this. Let's see if there's any comments. Betty is talking about Jeanne is my friend in Upland. I joined under her. I used to always watch April McCrite and then Jennifer Cotton through April and became stamping friends with both of you. Yes, girl. Doing your classes and bingos, watching live, stamping friends forever. Exactly, Betty. Right. So Betty, Jeanne introduced Betty to it. Betty signed up, and now Betty knows us because of Jeanne. See? It's awesome how it goes. At my team meetings, they start out strangers, of course. And then I'm like, you're friends with her? Like, I didn't realize y'all knew each other. It's just because they met at the team meeting that they're friends. Which duh, but like, I don't know. Putting 2 and 2 together for me sometimes is a whole thing. But yeah, the way you end up meeting people, whether you go to conventions, which we now call on stage or whatever, it's really cool. Okay. Gotta concentrate here. Gotta go between some flowers on this one. This section right here got me yesterday, which was the first time I colored these, because I had to really concentrate to see what is a leaf and what's not a leaf. See, that's part of that leaf. You have to really think over here. Okay, what else? This one. What time is it? This video is going long today, huh? And I'm going to show y'all some stuff in a minute. I'm not really going to do the real tour of stuff. Just a short one. Okay. Now I'm just going to take the dark and go over these solid lines that are coming out from the tulips. And I'll be done coloring. Woo! I'll add some Wink of Stella to the Poppy Parade tulips. And then I will really be done coloring. Okay, so there we go. Isn't that gorgeous though? Like, and I'm not talking about my coloring, I'm talking about this image from Stampin' Up. It's so good. It's so detailed. Yes, we've had tulips in the past, but they just always are better every single time. Okay, there we go. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, V, you're home with a sore throat. I'm sorry. I know I did hear on the news today about how the flu is like shooting through everywhere. And of course, it's really bad in Texas, but it's shooting through all over the U.S., as y'all know, I'm sure. Hope I don't get sick. I don't have time for that. I'm going to attach the designer paper to the Shy Shamrock. What else? Card swaps, bingos, on stages. One day you'll go on a stamping cruise. Yes, Betty. Susan, I'm a demonstrator since 2018. I joined because I wanted a hobby and tried to make money. Exactly. I did also want a hobby, and I used to personally scrapbook a lot more right after I joined Stampin' Up. I mean, for years. I have tons of albums here at the house that I have made. And I always, even before I knew anything about anything, literally, I always thought why wouldn't you just use stamps in scrapbooks? Because you can use them over and over. Like, I was always like, those stickers, that's a one-time thing. I can stamp this flower 500 times. Oh, I might sneeze. Hold on. Y'all don't make me sick. Yeah, so I used to scrapbook a lot more with my Stampin' Up stuff. Okay, so I attached the white embossed piece to the black. Now this black piece with the white on the front, I'm going to attach to the front of the card. Remember, it's portrait up and down over here on the left. So when I do, I've got these measurements for you on the blog already right now. There's like a 16th inch border where you see the designer paper, and I scooted it over like that on purpose so you could see more over here on the right of the designer paper. And then the next thing I'm going to do is the Shy Shamrock grass, greenery, whatever you want to call this dye. And so I'm using my silicone craft sheet to add some adhesive to it. You don't need to cover the whole thing with adhesive. It's just not necessary. And then this grass has a straight edge at the bottom. And so I will line that up with the white. Unless it's too tall. Good, it's not. With the white cardstock there at the bottom, and then just as far to the left as it can go without hanging over the edge. And then I will add Stampin' Dimensionals to this what do you call it? The flowers, the tulips. I'm thinking like 3 steps ahead is why I'm pausing and thinking so hard. Like after this, I need to show this, and then I need to show them the recipe card, and then I need to quickly show the stuff I bought from the online exclusives. Which actually, to be honest, I didn't buy my pre-order this time. I used my Stampin' Up credits. So with certain titles, you can get product credits based on your sales the previous quarter. And I had some credits to spend, and I used them to get all the stuff I'm going to show y'all. Okay, so flowers on the white part, but they're going to hang off to the right a little bit onto the designer paper section. I didn't peel this one off. Hold on. And they're with dimensionals. And then my greeting, my thank you, I'm going to put some adhesive on the back left of thank you. And on the right, I will add a Stampin' Dimensional. And that is because I'm going to hang it partially onto these flowers and partially off on the right-hand side toward the bottom. And then I'll add a couple of small gold low profile dots around the greeting, one on the right toward the bottom and one on the left toward the top on the white cardstock of the greeting. No ribbon on this one. That is actually just the final card. Met some wonderful people, Xana. I've met loads due to crafting. We had a demo at a crop and then found stampers 10 with someone else, and the rest is history. I love it. Lori is friends with Betty. Oh, yeah, I have people, personally, I have people who've met on Zooms, like as customers, and become friends that way as well. Or they're my customers. They might be demonstrators, but you know what I mean. Lori is friends with Betty. Yes, yes. Tyra, I went to a home party and was hooked. I'm a hobby stamper and have been a demonstrator. Love it. Lisa Harden, LOL, leave it to our moms to keep us humble, push them to prove us wrong. Exactly. Hold on, I gotta read y'all stuff. Hold on. Thank you, Lori. Yes. Hey, Dorothy, good morning. Martha, you told me everything's Stampin' Up. Oh, yes. Martha's one of my, in a group of some of my very first customers, almost 23 years ago. Kelly, oh, that's true, Kelly. I did sell over $1 million now. Thank y'all for buying it. Thank you very much. Nancy, I remember at the beginning you would be so nervous that your hands would shake. You've come a long way since then. Nancy's in the group with Martha. Yes, Nancy. I went to a home part. Oh, yes, I read that. Betty said, random acts of kindness. I love to send happy mail to people. Betty is very good at sending out her handmade cards. Very good. Yes. Thank you, Cindy. Boho Blue was your favorite. Hilda, thank you. Tyra, thank you. Robin, number 2, is her favorite. Still, oh yeah, blue is Robin's favorite color. Oh, it looks like I missed a dot. I should have added a large one right there. So I'll leave this card here to fix that one later. Okay, let me show y'all the 4th card right here. This is a simple card. This is your 4th one in the free class packet. And no coloring, just stamp the cone flowers a couple of times in 2 different directions on the front of your card base in whatever color. A little DSP back there. I think 1 3/4 inch circle punch and a greeting. And of course, ribbon and dots. Now, this one also is from inspiration from Stampin' Up. Our DDM with Stampin' Up, Chad Williams, sent me this card for, I think, yeah, top performer. And I loved it immediately, but then I didn't want to use this glimmer paper for this class because I was using this designer paper. So I modified it, added a ribbon, add some some dots, and substituted designer paper with a black backing for that glimmer paper. But that is your 4th card. So here, here are the 3 cards I made today, plus the 4th one that you can earn in this class that will be cut and mailed to you in March with your online order. Don't forget, I have these recipe cards over on the blog, stamptherapist.com right now, and they have the measurements and supplies used for the 3 cards I made today. This one is so sparkling. The way it's laying on the table, I don't know. It's not showing in the video, but anyway. I have the recipe cards for those 3 over there. These are powered by mystampandstuff.com. Go check it out. And okay, so that is what we have today. Now let me get the free class. I'm going to grab this box of stuff if anyone wants to stay or come back and watch replay later. And, well, I'm going to grab the box, but I'm not going to bother reading the box up for y'all. First of all, let me check this and see if it's still on there, because you might want this. It's not even a new product. Let me check the online store. It was still there yesterday. If it's not, I'm not going to share it. 155343. This is a clearance item. Okay, y'all, $6. $6. I wrote it here so I wouldn't forget, but $6. Oh, what is it, you might ask? And I did not have this because I was too cheap to get it before. It is this. It's on clearance, so that means they're not bringing it back, most likely. It says Stampin' Up. It says Inspire, Create, Share. It's black. It's metal. It's a drinking cup. It's tall and skinny. It's got this kind of lid. Whatever. And a metal straw. $6. $6. It's so good. So there's that. How about that? That's not a new item. It's on clearance. But our clearance rack was updated, speaking of. So go check that out. I mean, it's not called clearance rack anymore either. It's called Last Chance. But I also bought on there. Let me see if these are still available. And then the rest is new stuff. Don't worry. This is the only two things I'm pushing that are old. $6 for that cup. 160021. $4 for these Abigail Rose file folders. They're on clearance. They're while supplies last. I don't want to get more. So they do have the Stampin' Up logo, and they're this kind of folder, and they're very long. I guess they're legal size. So you can get those on clearance. $4 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 designs of each. You can wrap up some gifts in there, real cute, whatever you want. 6 for $4, whatever that math comes out to. I know, right? So this is in the U.S., Dana. I know our clearance can be different in each country, or our last chance. I think it can anyway. Okay, now let's look at some product. I did not have time to organize this, and again, I'm not doing the real tour at this time due to I have too much to do today. So this is just like a quick overview. Tags to go. Great for scrapbooking. It's a stamp set. It's red rubber. Welcome home. You're going places. Today marks an adventure. Blah, 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 blah. Now, there are dies for this one, I believe. Let's see if there are. But maybe not. I don't know. Okay, I don't see any dies at the moment. On the go puffy stickers. So cute. What else do we have to say? They're puffy. They look like they're good for travel. I think for school also. Look at that heart one that's like a stamp. Super cute. They're puffy. There's 2 layers of them there. They're thick. Then we have the Pack Your Bags 3-pack twine. It looks very thin, which I like. It's not a thick twine. Green, red, and blue. Real colors not listed on here. Green, red, and blue. Oh, tags to go dies. There they are. Tags to go dies. The dies, y'all, if these are items, by the way, in case you missed it, they are online exclusives coming out in March, so only demonstrators can purchase them right now in the pre-order with our discount, of course. The tags are killing it in this pre-order. So this goes with tags to go stamp set, but look, there's like a key. There's 2 different keys. There's a lock with a keyhole. There's a baby key. Okay, I lied. There's 3 keys. There's a bunch of tags. You have to have this. It's amazing. And you can get it in your starter kit right now if you're not a demonstrator. If you're a demonstrator, you can go shop for it right now. Okay, framed scenes. Honestly, this is not my exact style of a stamp set. Y'all know why. It requires coloring, even though I just colored those flowers today. Yes, Jeanne. Let's put you on the screen. So framed scenes it's really cute though, honestly, but it's these little scenes, right? It's 5 scenes stamp set. But the dies, I had to get the dies, and I said, well, if you're gonna get the dies, you might as well get the stamp set because it's a bundle and you'll save 10%. And then you'll get your 25% discount on top of it, like, of course. But look at the dies. It's frames. It's 2 different oval dies. Do we not need ovals? It's a wood grain frame. Like, hello. And then this wood grain piece right here. So again, I'm not doing the full details right now, but framed scenes. Obviously, this frame will fit your little images here. Super good. Super cute. Okay, pattern of friendship. This stamp set is so cute. Thanks for being the best. Bestie, happy birthday. Thinking of you brings a smile to my face. Let's keep in touch. Joy, you bring so much joy and laughter to my life. Friends are the family you choose for yourself. And the font is so cute. Like the best and bestie are the cutest little skinny cursive, like almost like teenager cursive, but elevated. And then it's like bubble letters, but not just a thick bubble letter font. I don't know. It's so cute, isn't it? So cute. That's photopolymer. And then the dies that go with that, Pattern of Friendship. I don't even remember. Let's just see. It feels thick, so it's probably 2 sheets. Oh, no. It's this thing. I forgot. Okay, it's 1 die, Pattern of Friendship. They showed it online where, by the way, Strawberry Slush is coming back. The color Strawberry Slush is coming back. Where they ran it through twice, both directions, and made a plaid, but it's basically a big, probably 6 by 6 square, not quite 6, 5 3/4 inch square die. And it puts lines, so 1 super skinny dotted line, and then 4 dotted lines, and then 1, and then 4, 1 and 4. Super cute, but dotted, like it'll poke little holes, but not the kind you have to poke out. It'll be awesome. Okay, painted stripes. This is a single standalone background red rubber with literally like painted stripes going across. Textured notes. It's so pretty. There's like this woven, like what I would call a coaster, like a circle woven, although it's way too small to be a coaster. There's leaves, there's some little other textury looking thing, and then really pretty, elegant font. You are seriously the best. Thank you. A little note of appreciation. I think that one, yep, it does have dies. Hey, Susan Zastro. Sue Zastro. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So, see, you have to get textured notes because you need the bundle, because look at these rectangles. They are frames. They are rectangles. They have texture and patterns in each one, different patterns and frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I had to get that. Like, I was required by law to get that. Now, how long have we needed a mini corrugated embossing folder? Forever. I had to buy it. I was legally obligated to purchase this. It's in a corrugated embossing folder. It's a 6 by 6 folder. It's 3D. You can get all this now too. $99. Pick 125 or 155 depending on which starter kit special you choose, if you're not a demonstrator. Okay, what else is in there is designer paper, which I'll grab, 2 kits, and these things. So I've got 2 accessories here: Starburst sequins and neutral matte dots. Purple and yellow and white sequins, neutral dots, black, pecan, vanilla, and I think white is up there. Perfect. This is a travel suitcase treat box, so it's going to make a suitcase. And it's going to be that thick white stuff that's super thick, and it's going to have the sticky already on it. And then I got 3 of these ribbons, because if I see a white ribbon, I'm buying it. But this is it's called white ribbon. It's like a 1/4 inch wide. There is a little bit of a texture on it, if you can see that there. It's like being blurry. It's got little lines on it. And then this is a velvet. Of course, all you purple people always get the ribbons, but it's a fresh freesia skinny velvet ribbon. It's so pretty. I just don't have time to open them right now. I'm sure it's soft as heck. Yeah, 4 designer papers and 2 kits. Move these other things off of here so I can show it better. And remember, I only got a fraction of the items that were offered. Only a fraction. Okay, so let's cut into these designer papers. Botanical textures. Of course, some of these are sweets. Obviously, I'm just not showing them together necessarily. And I think I purchased 2 sweets, and the rest I bought a la carte, or it was not a sweet. I don't remember for sure, but something like that. Okay, so woven textures. I think this one, I think, if I might be correct, woven textures and botanical textures might be in the same suite. I can't remember. Woven textures here. I'm just going to show them. So literal. Oh, okay. So we get 3 of this pattern. 3. 1, 2, 3 of this one. Anyway, it's like wickers, rattans. I don't know. Real close-ups of some woven things like wickers and stuff like that. It's gorgeous. And linen. Here's the big placemat or coaster, but it's super enlarged. And there's that one. So 3, well, basically there's 4 patterns, 3 of each. 4 patterns, 3 of each. And that one. This is the botanical textures. We got black and white here. 2 of this one. Ooh, black. Is the whole thing black and white? Probably is. I think the whole pack is black and white. We got leaves. And then on the back is black and white splatters and watercolor. Black with white and gray leaves. A black sort of lines pattern. White with black and gray leaves. More dark black with a little white texture in there. White with black, larger outline kind of leaves. Ooh, that's a neat pattern. Just some kind of black pattern on the back. Very artistic. Very looks like a piece of art. You could probably just put this in a frame and be fancy. What was I going to say? Oh, I don't know if any of these match dies, by the way. No time for that right now. Black with different sizes and shapes of larger leaves on it in white. More black, watercolory stuff. White with smaller pattern black leaves drawn on them with little splatter dots in between. And white with black and gray squiggles that kind of look like leaves, but they're really squiggles. Almost like camo, small pattern camo or something. Okay, Lovely Garden 12 by 12. This one's so good. I'm excited to see it because, as you can tell, this is my first time actually opening these. Okay, 2 of each pattern. Gorgeous, bright colored flowers, greens, blues, pinks, purples, yellow. Yeah. Different types of flowers in little groupings there that you could hand cut apart separately. And the back is a garden green with, I'm blinking out, like a check pattern, but super thin and not solid. Okay, like almost a pink, a very faint pink background with tiny, tiny yellow flowers all over. And then the back is black and white with black leaves. This one's got like a blue, so this one's for you, Robin. Blue background, pinkish purple. They're more like purple, very light purple flowers and green leaves growing up from the bottom, covering the whole thing. And then white with tiny little black irregular dots all over, like pin point size. This is dark green with light green florals all over it, just solid. And then this is like a fresh freesia with tiny solid flowers printed on it. Ooh, that one's gorgeous. So this is like a black background with extremely large floral images, kind of like hydrangea type with something else type flowers. Anyway, it's gorgeous. And they are overlapping, so probably not fitting a die. And then, oh, the back is like a white with lines, black lines going both directions, irregular pin size, like you took a ruler and drew lines but forgot to make the ruler straight both directions. And last but not least, black with some white lines going across in one direction. It's like 2 lines that are intertwining with each other, and then skip 1/4 of an inch and 2 lines, and so on. And there are some white dots as well. And then last but not least, this green one with darker green leaves and white flowers with yellow and black detail. Whew. That was called Lovely Garden. And the last one I have, which I think I bought them all, but sometimes I mess up and miss them. This is called On the Go. This goes with that other, with the puffy stickers and stuff. On the Go 12. All these are 12 by 12, by the way. So this one's like for travel, but I think it can also be good for school, right? It's good for school also. I don't know. Yeah, in my opinion, this can be back to school also. But anyway, you be the judge. Okay, so we do have a good travel page here. It's like a light green background with a globe, a post with 3 signs pointing different directions, no words on them, a camera with a strap and a map, and then like the map or the pinpoint of a place on a map icon with little dotted lines from it. That's repeated all over. So travel in greens, oranges, sort of melon looking. I'm not reading the names of the colors. Okay, the back is like a light melon mambo with a plaid pattern on it that's diagonal, really thin lines going both directions. And then there's some white highlights that form some really large 3 or 4 inch squares, probably 4 inch in there. Okay, a white sheet with little printed tags all over it, kind of like, I don't know what you call those, but old-fashioned paper tags. Round ones, square ones, rectangle ones, all different shapes, all different colors. And then the back is that little, Scott, what are these things called? Where they mark it on a map. The location thing. He doesn't know.
Arrows?
No, they're not arrows. It's like this.
Oh, like little, what do you call those? Location beacons?
He said exactly the same thing as me. Okay. This is pink on pink little location beacons, as Scott calls them. Or points of interest. Okay. This is pink background with little keychains all over it. Oh, that's what those pin. Oh yeah, drop a pin. Yeah, pins. Okay. This one though, that tells me more about those tag dies, that they're like keychains. Look at that. Anyway, so this has keychains and keys all over it in pinks and Shy Shamrock, I believe, and pumpkin pie, etc. Okay, the back is like a Shy Shamrock with wavy Shy Shamrock lines on it and a little distressing. And then this piece, talk as fast as I can. Why? Because I'm hungry. Lori said, thank you, Scott. He already left. Came in here to get a Coke. This is a piece that has 6 rectangles on it that you can cut it into 6 pieces of, I'm going to guess, 4 inches by 6 inches. And they can be put directly in your scrapbook pages or on a card, but they'll be great for scrapbooking, and they're travel type images like the one with the post and the signs. No words again, so you can stamp whatever you want on there. It's much larger, obviously. Just they kind of look like the Memories and More cards. And there is one with there where you drop a pin, a location pin. Okay, and then the back of that is just white with, or it's not white, it's like off-white with Melon Mambo lines all over. It's very, very busy lines. Okay, and then here's one with travel. So this is why I thought school, because it has a backpack. It is more of a travel backpack, but we can convert it to school. We also use umbrellas at school, right? So we can use this for school, like back to school, but also it's got like a duffel bag, a rolling carry-on with a water bottle in it, passport, other suitcases, and umbrellas. And they're all separate. I don't think it matches dies because we looked at the dies, but you could cut them apart, or I could be wrong. It's a white background, orange, blue, melon, Shy Shamrock, very bright, vibrant colors. And the back is a Shy Shamrock with a Shy Shamrock pattern on it, like if you took a screen and did paint through it, and the little squares from that. Last but not least, this is a whole sheet of large blank tags that you could cut out and embellish with, or stamp images and words on. So unlike the other tags I described quickly, those are more, they're very small. You could cut them out, but they're very small. Like we're talking 1.5 inches tall to a 1/2 inch or more wide. These are going to be, I have a ruler, but I lost it. These are going to be like over 2 inches wide by at least 4 inches tall on some of them. All different shapes, those skinnier ones, smaller ones, taller ones. And they'll look great on your scrapbook pages or cards. And the back of that is like a map, maybe a city map, maybe some kind of map on green on green. Okay, so that is that paper. That was called, this would have been great for our cruise, On the Go. On the Go. Okay, that's all I bought from the new Online Exclusives. If you want to see the 2 new kits that just came out, they're right here. Y'all, I literally haven't looked at any of this. Look at these bugs. That might scare somebody. They're like orange ladybugs. It's probably not a ladybug. I don't know. It's an embellishment. And this kit is called what? So Much to Celebrate. This video is so long. Thank you for still being here. Even I'm like, dang, her videos are too long. Okay. Makes 3 different cards. Oh, I remember they told us about this one. One is a, what is that called? The long skinny ones. I forgot what those are called. Well, it's a small one, but I can't think of the name of these now. But it's a different shape of a card. But that one right there. You see, this card is a lot more involved than the card base is, if you compare that right there. Lots of flowers. This is, all of our kits are all inclusive. There's glue dots, there's dimensionals, there's embellishments, and whatever you need to complete them. And see, here's the envelopes. It's on the tip of my tongue. Slim card, thank you. Slimline, Anne, and Margaret, Martha, Slimline, yes. Ro, you missed a lot. We've been through a lot today. Okay, so you got your envelopes. These envelopes are always printed somehow. These are, they feel like stickers, but I think they're die cuts. They're just super thick. These die cuts are super thick. They have the gold foil. Let me open that back up. I don't want to ruin anything here. Oh, this card base has gold foil. It's really pretty. This kit, I'll have to look up the price for y'all, but it was not expensive. It's not a stamping kit. These make great gifts also, or activities at events. So congratulations. Congratulations. Best wishes. They have other languages as well, of course. Okay, so let me see. So Much to Celebrate. Speaking table. Look up the price of that. So Much to Celebrate. And anyone can buy the kits right now. They're not pre-order. So Much to Celebrate is $14. And you get 9 cards out of it, I believe. Yeah, 9 cards. And it's a great gift or activity. And then this other one is called Heirloom Arrangements. This is a choose your own adventure kit. Let me look up the price. Heirloom, if I spelled it correctly, yes. $23. It does include a stamp set. And this is the last thing I'm showing, and then I gotta go. I gotta eat. Y'all know I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat chili for lunch. I need to eat salad, but I don't have time to make it. Chili's already cooked. Okay, here's the stamp set. Butterfly, background, and lots of words. I appreciate your kindness. Thank you. Thankful and grateful for you. I feel lucky to have you. A pecan pie ink spot. Okay, I gotta get back to the screen where I can see y'all. Okay. I was scared. And then, so this is, I think they're maybe their first kit like this, where it's more like choose your own adventure, like an ephemera pack. They give a few suggestions. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different suggestions there, because I guess they do give instructions for those suggestion ones, but then here's more ideas, because it's more like an ephemera pack, is what they described previously anyway. So, oh my gosh, that's a vellum. That's vellum. Very pretty. It's kind of vintagey, wouldn't y'all say? Vintage. Lots of florals, little, I don't know what that's called, but vintagey, postage looking. Oh, Martha, look away. Martha, look away at the butterflies. Don't look. Just ignore that part. Okay, this is one of the card bases. Again, real vintage. Okay. There's that card base. 2 of these, 2 of these. It's like they took all of the ephemera elements that are sold separately and put it together in a kit, and it gave you a stamp set. 2, 4, 6, 8. It looks like you get 8 card bases. There's some more elements. Of course, you're going to get 8 envelopes. There's some pieces to put your greetings on, and yet more embellishment, whatever, die cuts. There is some clear block and tear and tape and dimensionals. So again, anyone can do this out of the box. They don't have to have stamping supplies. The stamp set and the ink. Okay, so that is, oh, here's the thing. I was wondering where that was. Here's what the stamp set looks like in English. So that is what I have for y'all today. I know that kit is awesome. 9 cards for $14, $1.55 a card. That is a bargain. Yes, Martha, thank you for doing the math for us. Doing here, I'm trying to clean up while I'm finishing this video. That travel, exactly, Sue. That would have been great for a cruise project. That travel stuff looks like hotel keys, old-fashioned hotel keys. Yes, this pack has strawberry slush color. Oh yes, so I was saying melon mambo. I think it's strawberry slush. Martha's right. I think on that travel paper, every time I said melon, it was strawberry, which it was a lot lighter. So pins, geotags, and Margaret, thank you, geotags. So excited to get black and white paper again. I've been missing it. Diana, hello. Papers are so pretty. Maze pattern. Oh yes, like a maze, Corinne. See, I was like in a rush, so I wasn't looking at y'all's comments. Sherry, hello to you. Great papers for masculine cards. Basket weave. Yes, baskets. Loved all the new things in the pre-order. Lori, I don't know why the colors aren't listed either. Martha, I think I still have my paper crimper, maybe. That thing was gold. That was so good. The old paper crimper. Yes, Bonnie, those rectangles do have designs on them. Hey, oh, massage, Sue, no problem. Patterns of friendship. I know, that one's so good, Robin. Awesome. Okay, love that Tags to Go bundle. Boho Blue is also Aunt Margaret's favorite. Love it. Love them all. Can't wait to get this set. I've been off and on with SU since 2004. My cousin got me hooked, and now I'm retired and here to stay. Love it, V. Since 2004. And I think I said this, but it was 2001 when I joined. Awesome. Well, I appreciate y'all being here. Yes. Yeah. So Lori, let me point the camera back up. I guess, well, either Scott gave her chicken or she forgot it was chicken time, because Brittany was bothering me at the beginning of the video instead of at the end when now it's time to get her chicken. All right. Well, y'all have a great day. We just went an hour longer than normal. I think that's fine to show you all that stuff. And if y'all have any questions, let me know. Hope you have a great week. I should be back next Thursday at 9 a.m. Central in the same places. And feel free to share this with your friends. Have a great day. I'll see y'all later. Thank you, Xana. Thanks, Robin. Robin. Oh, quick one. Strawberry Slush is returning. I forgot when Martha told me about it that we had that color before. It is a returning, I think, in color, right, everybody? Yep, GN, returning in color. But we forget Robin is not as old as us. Robin's younger than us in stamping years. So, oh, thank you for the hearts. Yes, please feel free. Thank you for the hearts. Let me give myself a heart, a like, a thumbs up. All right, I'll see y'all later. I'm gonna go eat chili. Thank you. Thanks for answering those questions for me as well, everybody else who's here. Yes, thank you, Xana. All right, I'm gonna see y'all later. Bye.